Hi, it's Owen from the Mind Body Project. Welcome back to day number 2. So we are talking about the 10 commandments of depression. So how do you get rid of it? So 10 things you have to do to get rid of that state. So what is number 2? Thou shalt make depression a behavior I do rather than a condition I have. Now this is a big thing because everybody talks about I have depression rather than I'm behaving depression, saying I have depression. What you've done, I'm just going to look at Robert Dilts's logical levels of therapy, is you've put this as who you are as a person, your identity. It's very hard to change who you are. It's extremely difficult because it's a higher logical level. It's not who you are. Whatever you say, whatever label you give to yourself, you are more than that. Yeah, so you've got to understand that depression is behavior rather than a thing that you do. In fact, I believe that all illnesses are behaviors. Yeah, it's always something that you're doing, which gives me a very good mindset because now I can always do something about it. Yeah, my body's behaving this way. My body's inflaming. My body's blocking up my arteries. My body's the blood pressure's gone up or down. My body's making the sugar or insulin levels too high. Whatever it is, because then I can go to the cause and actually work out what to do about it. Because if my body's doing that, it's doing it for a reason. Yeah, it's doing it for a reason, which we may come on to in a bit. But you've got to change it so that it's behavior rather than something or who you are as a person. It's not who you are as a person. It's just something that you do. And you're doing it. The reason why people say it's conditions is because you're doing it unconsciously, or it's a pattern. Is it like a negative, automatic negative thoughts? Yeah? That's a pattern. It's something you're doing, but you don't want to do it. Yeah, just something that's happening. Or when you're hearing loads of voices, or you're criticizing yourself, or you have loads of critical voices coming in. You're doing it, but you do not have control over that yet. But there is a way to do that, because there are techniques out there which can deal with that very, very quickly. Yeah, but you just need to know what specifically to do to get a different behavior. So you need to learn how to do this, and learn doesn't mean just understand. It means actually being able to do a different behavior. Yeah, do something different. That's what learning means. So depression, you have to in your head say, this is a behavior. This is something I'm doing. Okay, so what am I doing? Yeah, what am I doing? What am I thinking? How am I thinking? What triggers that thinking off? What is going on? So when you start thinking like that about how you're doing things, you can actually make some changes, and it's not that hard to do. Yeah, but if you think it's a condition, that's who you are, that you magically caught this thing from somewhere, and that's just you now have a condition because somebody out there labeled you as that, then you're going to have an issue with dealing with it. Because what do you do? What is there to do if you've got a condition you don't know where it's from, because the doctors don't know? Yeah, it's just happened to you. Do you think it's something to do with lifestyle and thinking and the stress of the Western world? Do you think that's got something to do with it? Because depression didn't happen as frequently as it does a few years ago. So it's just what we're doing. It's behaviours. You may not know what they are, but it is your behaviours. And if you don't believe that, and you start saying, no, it's just something, I can't help it, it's not my fault type of thing, then get ready for the rest of your life to be like that. Yeah? Because that mindset is leading you to a place where suffering is. And that's not what you want. So, depression is a behaviour. So get that into your head as a commandment.